Sometimes I look at my family and wonder how we all came together because we seem to be from entirely different worlds. The way we think, love, and live can be so different, but there's an unspoken bond that connects us all, even if we don't always understand each other. Family can be so unique, almost like a puzzle where every piece is from a different set. The way we see life, handle our emotions, and interact with the world makes me realize how differently we all experience the same bond. My family's ways can sometimes feel foreign to me. The way they handle conflict, love, or even the simplest of moments can be so different from how I think it should be. Yet it's what I know, what I'm used to. I often feel like a stranger in my own family, like my thoughts and emotions are so far from what they understand. We're all cut from different cloths, but somehow we make it work. It's beautiful and complicated at the same time. I sometimes look at my family and think how our lives and perspectives are so far apart, yet we all find ways to meet in the middle. It's a constant reminder that love isn't about sameness, but about acceptance of the differences. The way my family thinks, lives, and loves is so different from how I picture things. Sometimes I feel like I don't fit into the narrative they've written for us. Yet it's where I find myself every day. My family's world is a place where I feel both connected and distant. Their values, their thoughts, even their moods are different from mine, and it's a strange feeling, like walking through two realities at once. There are times when I feel like I've been living in a different family, one with different ideas and principles. Our dynamics clash, but it's the push and pull of those differences that make me reflect more deeply about who I am. The contrast between my family and the world I want to create for myself are sometimes overwhelming. It's like trying to align two very different constellations. Yet here I am, navigating through the space between them. My family's way of expressing love, respect, and even frustration is so far from mine. It makes me question my thoughts, but also teaches me more about myself in the process. I never realized how different love could look. In my family, everything feels different. How we speak, how we handle challenges, how we show affection. And yet, despite all these differences, there's something profoundly familiar about it all. There's this underlying difference in the way my family handles emotions. We often live in different worlds, but somehow we're all still tethered to each other by something deeper than understanding. The way my family deals with the ups and downs of life feels completely foreign to me. It's hard to put into words, but it's as if we're all living parallel lives that occasionally intersect. At times, it feels like my family and I come from entirely different planets. Our ways of thinking and feeling are so different, yet when I'm lost, I know they're the first ones who'll reach out. The emotional landscapes in my family are vast and different, like we're walking through different seasons of life. It's a reminder that no two experiences of love and family are ever truly alike. The love in my family feels different from anything I've experienced elsewhere. It's sometimes hard to understand, but it's also what keeps me grounded, even when I feel disconnected. Every time I look at my family, I can't help but notice the difference in our emotion responses. What they see as normal, I sometimes see as foreign, but it's all a part of this complex web of familial bonds. There are moments when the differences in how we communicate and connect feel impossible to bridge. But then I remember that family doesn't always mean understanding. It's about acceptance and unconditional love. My family's way of thinking about the world is so different from mine, and sometimes it's a struggle to reconcile the differences. But in those moments, I realize how much they've shaped who I am, even in ways I never expected. When I look at my family, I see a world of differences, our values, our attitudes, even the way we express joy or sadness. But I've learned that love isn't about being the same. It's about embracing those differences. Sometimes it feels like we're two different families living under one roof. We clash, we misunderstand, but there's a connection that doesn't require us to be alike. It's the bond that family creates despite all the differences. The way my family thinks, loves, and struggles often feels like a puzzle I can't quite put together. We're all so different, yet we are each other's foundation in ways we don't always understand.